What's up guys, Zeenigami here, and the new 6-star Zoro information has been released. Yes, I can stop lying to you guys about what 6-star Zoro does. We actually have this information thanks to the preview from Bandai Namco. We are going to have to use Google Translate, but Google Translate gets the point across. And we have confirmed that basically is all exactly how he works. So we're getting a new 6-star Zoro. Yes, he is voiced. We got his 5-star art here, which is pretty good. And his 6-star art is dang good, man. That's some good art there. His attack power is all the way up to 1518, plenty of health, 3600 health, and plenty of recovery too, or for at least a slasher, 300 recovery is pretty high. He has 5 sockets on him, and Zoro's sockets are relatively easy to get since we have plenty of ways to get Zoro from like Halloween Straw Hats Island or Kimono Straw Hats Island. Plenty of places to get Zoro for his sockets, and he's got 5 whole sockets on him, so you can get all the good ones like cooldown, healing, bind, despair, and orb matching on Zoro, because why else would you want something else? Zoro's special ability is Santoryu something something of the 6th pass. He will deal 60 times his attack as typeless damage, so that's 900,000, no, not 900, 90,000 damage, 900. 90,000 damage to all enemies once you max out without cotton candies on him. He will double the attack of all slashers if he's the captain, but will only boost the attack of all slashers by 1.75 times if he's not a captain. So if it's captain, it's a 2 times attack boost. Not a captain, it's a 1.75 times attack boost, which that makes him tied for 382 Zoro as the highest slasher attack booster in the game. His captain ability, if you have 5 or more slashers, that means if you have 5 or 6 slashers on a team, that means you give one non-slasher character, cough cough, Golden Pound Usopp, because why would you ever not, or Hancock, whichever one floats your boat. You will boost the attack of all slasher characters by 2.5 times, and will boost your hit points by 1.5 times. And if you killed someone in the last turn, you will get a 3 times attack instead. So not only is it at least a 2.5 times attack at worst, Zoro is at worst equal to raid boss Mihawk, but if you killed only one, as long as you killed one person in the last turn, you will have a 3 times attack boost, which is different from, for example, it works the same way as 6-star Aokiji, where 6-star Aokiji has to slowly build up his attack power. Zoro just gets 3 times attack as long as he kills something last turn, and you will always have to kill something in order to make it to a raid boss, so you'll basically always get at least 3 times attack on a raid boss on turn 1, and if you don't kill him, he will have only a 2.5 times attack, which is still really, really good. Now, something that works for 6-star Aokiji and for 6-star Zoro is that if you kill something and it revives, for example, you burst down Hancock on turn 1 and if she revives, that does count as killing them, so you will keep your attack boost for both of those characters. And for any revives, you kill them, they revive, that still counts as a kill, and you'll still keep your attack boost. And the rest of it is showing some stuff. They don't actually have a video, there's just a picture here. I feel like this is meant to be a GIF, an actual animated GIF, but it's just an image. And showing you a Zoro team with 61,000 hit points, because you do have that 1.5 times attack on both of your Zoros. And 1.5 times health on both of your Zoros. It's showing you stuff, animations once again. They mentioned using Tashigi for affinity boost and using Momonga for a delay boost. Let me just show you how strong he is. We already have him on the database. We already have him working a damage calculator. And here's a double Zoro team. No special map effects. Double Zoro team with Doflamingo, Momonga, Tashigi, and Hancock. Both Zoro, and did I say double Zoro? Double Zoro still has plenty of recovery. You still have 1,300 recovery with the Mihawk ship. You will have 48,000 hit points. And we have the timer bar here, so that way if you killed at least one person, then he will have the 3 times attack boost. That's 16 million damage with a Tashigi affinity boost, with a Momonga delay boost, Hancock delay, Hancock special, all of it on, and a 2 times attack from the Zoro because he's a captain. Plenty of damage. Zoro is a very, very good captain, still a pretty good sub. At worst, he's a 1.75 times attack. And what we do also know is that he's initially a 20 turn cooldown. So it's only going to get shorter from there. A 20 turn cooldown is relatively short, especially for a type boost. You can get that down definitely to like probably 15 turn special, maybe even 14 turn special. We want to be super cray about it. So it's not going to be too hard to get his special down, or at least to a usable amount. 20 turns is still incredibly usable as a actual delay. So Zoro, very, very good. Here's my problem with him. I sat here and talked about it for a long time on Twitch, and the more I think about Zoro, the more I dislike Zoro. And it's not because he's bad, it's not because he's overpowered. My problem with Zoro is that he's just really, really boring. I don't like how Bandai designed Zoro. Because Zoro's captain ability is basically just a bunch of parts from a bunch of other characters that are really good themselves, and they just made it a little bit better than those other guys. We have a 2.5 times like a Mihawk Slasher captain. We have a 1.5 times health like a Stronghold Ace or Fujitora. We've got 5 more slashers, just like using either a Barto or a Whitebeard captain, where you have to use certain types on your team in order to use it, or else you're not going to be doing anything. And then if you kill something last turn, you have extra damage, just like Aokiji. And it just feels like they're like, okay, these characters are good. Let's just put it all together. But he's not too powerful. I don't have that reaction like I did with Akainu. Where Akainu, I saw Akainu, we did the math on his damage, and he is insanely powerful. And we've seen that you can beat Mihawk Raid in a matter, literally in like 40 seconds you can beat Mihawk Raid boss because you don't have to use any specials except for a special clear through stage 4 quicker. You can use him to just beat lots of bosses really, really quickly. He's got, Rob Lucci also is similar, but Rob Lucci has drawbacks. A lot of the things is that the way that they've been designing characters, it's that it feels like there's just no downside to Zoro. His special is boring. His special is 3-day 2-year Zoro's special. His captain ability is just a bunch of other characters' captain abilities. It's just like they just took, okay, this is good, just put it together. There's nothing new about Zoro. There's nothing new about it. The closest thing to something new is that his special does something different if he's a captain or if he's not a captain. And that's it. That's it. Zoro's just, how I described it is, it's like getting clothes for Christmas. You know, you might get some nice clothes. You might have something nice there, but at the end of the day, it's not really what you wanted. It's not something fun. It's not something exciting. You got all excited for Christmas, and you're a little kid. You run down the stairs. You're ready to open up the gifts. There's a big old wrapped gift with a big bow on it, and you open up and you find out it's sweaters and socks and clothes, and they're nice. You're thankful. You're glad that you got those things, but it's nothing. It's just boring. For a 6-star character, Zoro is a very good character, but his design really just makes me wonder, like, why couldn't you do something new with Zoro? Why does Zoro have to be another slasher attack booster? Now we have another 6-star slasher booster. We have 6-star Mihawk slasher booster. We have 6-star Law slasher booster. Now we have 6-star Zoro slasher booster. We don't have any Dex slasher boosters. Dex boosters. Why can't we have a Dex boosting character? Why does Zoro have to be another Dex-driven slasher character? Why can't we do something new with Zoro? Why does Zoro just have to be more of the same? And I mean, he's good. He's very good. He's very strong. And I will be doing pulls this Suo Fest. I know you're gonna mention like, oh, he's Zeenigami said he's boring. He's still doing pulls. I am still gonna be doing pulls, but just I'm not. There's not that thing at the end that I like. Just isn't there. Blackbeard is fun to build a team for, but not that fun in the execution. Blackbeard, building a team for it is interesting. I gotta pick one slasher, or at least one slasher, one shooter, one fighter, one striker, and I gotta figure out what team to make with those guys. And then once you actually get into fight, because Blackbeard ignores barriers and stuff, you ignore a lot of mechanics, which is a little boring, but at least There's a point like, oh, I should bring Blackbeard to this fight, or I should bring a friend Blackbeard so I don't have to worry about that damage barrier. And Zoro just feel like, oh, I guess I just use slashers, get a lot of health, and just slash my way through things. Slashers just, why do you need more? We don't need more good slashers. I want more interesting things. You could be a driven captain. You could make a team that requires like one of each color. You can make a team that requires the secondary types like powerhouse, driven, free spirit, cerebral, something like that. Something new, but Zoro's just boring. And that's how I feel about him. Is that he's good, but I am a little disappointed, Bandai. I want more out of Zoro. He's a cool character. Why can't you do something new with him? Guys, I'm in Zeenigami. That's the new Zoro. Hancock Raid is coming soon on Global. And we got new Fortnites on Japan. Thank you so much for watching. Extra special thanks to our Patreon subscribers, Carlos Baron, supercrazyapple, Akic, and Padanmagician. If you like this, you can go to patreon.com/Zeenigami and subscribe, or come hang out with us on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter at Zeenigami TV. I'm Zeenigami. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay beautiful.